but the one way. This is such an intimate room. We can just like right there. You're close enough to actually love me. We're right up on each other. Why, hello. I think there's some people still filing in here. Yes? Yes? No? Yes? We're so lucky right now to get to meet some of the creative team from 300. I mean, that, and I'm not even saying it right. Let me say it right. 300, Rise of an Empire. Because we've all seen 300. All right, there's a couple. Is anybody here new to Nerd HQ? Wow, okay, great. That's almost like, I'd say a third, maybe 1/4, maybe like half someone there. Okay, great. Fractions, I'm into fractions. All right. Yes. What's great about this is that the money that you paid to come in here is going to help Operation Smile. So it's going to a good cause. It's to help kids who are afflicted with cleft palates and to get them the operations that changes their lives, and for the better, which is good, because sometimes we change their lives for the worse. And I gave money to that for a long time. It was really bad. It was bad idea. No flash photography is a request that we make. No flash photography and no filming of it. There's going to be an awkward photo session that we set up right here at the end that everybody's going to just stand here for all that flash photography that you just hold on to till the end. If you have a question, you can raise your hand, and our lovely assistants over here will, see, lovely, we'll hand you microphones, and then once you get the microphone, you just hold it up like that. And then when they call on you, they'll be here calling on you. Stand up if you would, just so everybody can see you. And then the camera. What is your name? Danny over here is gonna frame you up beautifully. Danny doing a wonderful job all day long. Danny's gonna frame you up beautifully and put you on television that's being streamed, so you can be a star for a moment with the cast of 300. All right, I don't think I'm going to introduce them yet. I want to talk about Serenity and Firefly. Is anybody coming? Does seem so anybody going to come tomorrow night? That's great. I'm going to be there tomorrow night. We're doing a screening of Serenity with myself and Mr. Nathan Fillion is going to be there. And my guess is we're going to do commentary during it, which I guess people who have seen it enough that it won't be totally annoying that we're just talking over the movie. Because what's that? That's fine by you. Okay, that's all right. I personally haven't seen the ending of the movie. I've only seen up until a point, and then Nathan always says, "Hey, Alan, come on," and then I never get a chance. I always get distracted. So I'm anxious to see that tomorrow night. That'll be a first. And we did a panel this morning, Nathan and I, here. We had a blast. Oh. Okay. Here are some incredibly important and amazingly attractive people. May I introduce Mr. Sullivan Stapleton. Right here, sir. Right here, sir. Brilliant, sir. Please, yes, have a seat.
How you doing, folks?
Miss Eva Green. Beautiful. There. And Mr. Rodrigo Santoro. I turn it over to you all.
Thank you, sir.
And to you all.
How you doing, folks?
Next.
Dude, what did you tell me to fix this shit?
Oh yeah. I want to fix this shit. So who here has a question for our esteemed panel? Right there, sir. We're going to start with you. You're going to kick it off for us.
Hey guys, can you hear me? All right, cool. Guys, I am so in love with this movie, and I was like incredibly shocked and surprised to see it coming out. Like, yes, 300. But My question is for Eva. You play such amazing, crazy, awesome villains. How do you find such great roles? And like my favorite one is Morgana from Camelot. So.
Well, actually, I love playing evil because it's more fun. You can be naughty, and in real life, I'm kind of very shy and all that. So it's like to explore the darkness and to be a bit mad, and I love that. And I don't know. And I'm glad you saw Camelot.
Thank you.
All right, right behind you, there's a hand. If you could just hand that microphone to him. Yeah. Oh.
Hey there. Eva, I just love you. You were absolutely incredible as Angelique. I just had to say it, I'm sorry. If you had your choice to work with anybody, dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
I mean, I think I can die now after working with Tim Burton. He was my kind of ideal man.
Let's hear it for Tim.
He's a god.
Yes, he is.
But I think I'm a big fan of Ingmar Bergman, the Swedish director. He was a pure genius, but he's dead, so that's a bit bad. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. You guys enjoy seeing yourselves in slow motion in 300 Rise of an Empire?
We haven't seen the movie yet.
What do you like about seeing yourself in slow motion? Yeah, action scenes.
Yeah, we actually haven't seen it yet. But I don't mind watching myself in slow motion. It always makes it look good.
Thank you.
All right, so you haven't seen the movie yet.
No.
When did you finish it, and when is it? When can we expect to be able to see it? When can you expect to be able to see it?
I don't know, dude. I really, I mean, it's kind of hard doing these panels, and I don't know. We haven't seen it, and it kind of sucks. We're trying to sell this film for them, and we're not allowed to talk about it. We haven't seen it, and we don't know really what to expect. But tomorrow there's going to be there's a new trailer out tomorrow. Yeah. But
Have you seen it? Have you seen the new trailer?
no,
Really?
no.
Really? They're even keeping that under wraps.
I don't even know if we're in the film. We might not be in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How amazing.
It's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Hard to do a promo tour.
Yeah. I have a question. Can you talk about the...
No.
Well, in your earlier work...
No.
What I mean, when I watched 300, when the first movie
Good.
that we all saw, there's a style to these movies, and it was so fresh. You mentioned the slow motion, but there's also people that have different sizes. They're like completely different size. You're different.
Actually,
size.
that size. I just shrank to come here today, but usually when I wake up, I'm like 9 feet tall.
Are you the 9 foot tall guy with the ring in your nose? No.
Yeah,
You are?
I'm really into body piercing. That's me. Yeah.
Is that really you?
Yeah, man. Yep.
You look very different in real life.
Thank you very much. I think it's a compliment.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're usually walking really slow.
Yeah. Yep. And the voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a voice.
So my question is, what is the, how do you shoot that? What is the difference? Are you by yourself? Are you like secluded in a green screen room? And
Yeah.
how does that
all
work?
that.
All of
Green
those
screen and by myself. I mean, in this one, I worked with Eva a lot, but we were like feeding lines to each other, but we were never together in a shot. I was actually talking to tennis ball.
Tennis balls. Been there. I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting process. And then watch it afterwards is amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep.
It's almost like an animation thing where you see it all come together later. Where you're like, I didn't do any of that action, or I wasn't in that place.
We're all sort of. Yeah.
That's not me.
How amazing. And your hair has grown back wonderfully.
What's that?
Your hair has grown back
Oh yeah,
wonderfully.
yeah. Actually, it's a wig.
It is a wig.
Yeah.
They do great work.
No, it's not. It's.
Oh, I was thinking
But I
the first
shaved.
one.
Every time I shaved, people ask me if I had like a fake bald cap. It was shaved. Not only my hair, my almost whole body.
Yeah.
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 Almost. Well, that was the description from the artist Frank Miller in the graphic novel. If you read it closely, you see there is a hairless, voice of the thunder, 9 feet tall giant.
How great. That's a lot to chew on as an actor,
Isn't it?
That is a transformation. All right, I'll let you guys ask since it's.
Actually, my question goes right along with that. I wondered how long it took for the gold paint and the makeup and everything that you do.
6 hours.
Are you allowed to move at all, or do you have to stand still?
Yeah, sort of. It was a lot of. I had to find stuff to do, like meditation and listening to stories, and just it's a long, long process, and I cannot move much, even afterwards, because everything is very delicate. I have like many piercings over my face and my wardrobe, so I kind of have to move carefully. I have like 4 people around carrying my cape, and I'm all like, it's pretty technical.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Woo. Hi, Lee Malone, motion picture prop community. How y'all doing?
How you doing, bud?
Good. Hey, when you get cast for a film like this, who was sitting on the couch eating a pizza or a hot dog going, oh shit, I gotta get ripped?
That would be me. That would be me.
That was a good one. And it's all real. A lot of people ask if it's CGI. Not really. We had to work out like crazy, and no fun, no ice cream, no chocolate, no pizza, no nothing. It's really pretty strict.
Did they use your original voice?
Yeah, they asked me to lower my pitch, and then they do the like a special effect on top of it. But I have to speak like that too. Yeah.
What is the workout regimen? Do they force you into it? Do they like provide you with trainers and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yes, they did. It's hell. I don't mind the gym, but it's kind of that thing where you choose to go to the gym. You choose what you want to do normally. When you're forced into it, and it's that hectic. I was filming a TV show at the time in Africa, and they sent down some trainers. And I'd do the 10 hours on the TV show, and then go into the gym, and I'd do an hour and a half of swords, and then an hour and a half of weights every day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said, sort of. in a different language, so a little bit more colourful. But yeah, it was kind of like it hurt, but it was a great test of human strength and endurance, I think. Yeah. And I unfortunately found out that we've all got 6-packs. I thought it was, like some men are just genetically blessed with that ability. I didn't think I was one of those men. I am. If I don't eat and train every day for 3 hours.
Right.
Which is kind of boring.
Right.
And I like wine too much.
Yeah. I have a snack pack personally. I'm working snack pack and a little backpack. That's how I'm living my life. Ooh, yes.
Hello? All right. I know you said you haven't seen the movie yet. And you probably are on the down low about any spoiler stuff. But can you tell me, does anyone die in it?
No. Good question.
And this is streaming, so it's between us. You can answer it.
Hey, Sullivan. Over here.
Hi, bud.
I love Strike Back, and it's amazing. You have I know you sound British, and you are British. You have an amazing
Insult.
South African.
Whoa, no. Keep going.
Brazilian. He's Brazilian.
I feel ashamed now. I'm sorry, everybody. You have an amazing American accent in the show.
I've also got a kick-ass Aussie accent too.
Oh, yes, Aussie. Thank you. But how long did it take you to get that American accent, and then could you do an American accent for us here today?
God damn it. Yeah, I probably can. Where'd you want me to be from? You know, is that
Your
passable?
character, Scott.
Huh? You know, I don't know. I guess I've been doing it for years, but I hope it's getting better. So that's a nice compliment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dude. But yeah, obviously I use it in Strike Back, and I did some films back in Australia, which I'm sure I was supposed to be American, but I'm sure it's gotten better over the years.
Well, it's very, very convincing. Good job.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Did he say you were from Perth? Where are you from?
Melbourne.
You're from Melbourne. All right.
Melbourne.
Oh yeah. Melbourne. Cairns.
Melbourne, mate.
Cairns.
Here we go.
Why do you think, and I have my own belief on this, but why do you think that Australian actors are so sought after right now?
Because we're fucking good.
Well, that's true. That's true.
No, I get you. And people ask that. I think it's because we're hard workers. You know, it's a pretty small industry back at home, and there is a lot of good actors. So, you know, you got to put in the work.
Yeah, I think that also, and I don't know, I think Americans, we've run out of men. And that's sad to say, because I'm an American. But I wouldn't play like a big fighty guy myself. But like, there's something about Australians that you guys are just kind of brawnier. It's like our Americans aren't. Name one. Who? Like we're a little bit fussy. We're a little bit like overly skin buffed and hair gelled. I think they're a little bit rough and tumble out in Australia. I don't know. Nathan Fillion. I won't say anything against him. Good friend of mine. All right.
What's your favorite 300 cosplay that you've seen around Comic-Con?
What? Costumes? I ran into a Spartan in a bar the other night, and that was kind of funny. He had a bit of six-pack. The Wookiees. I mean, not that it's a 300 costume, but personally, there's two massive, giant Wookiees walking around. And I got my photo with them. Yours?
I just got here, so I haven't seen much.
Hi.
Hi, man.
My mother is a really big fan of yours. And she keeps asking me every day, why don't we have season 2 of Strike Back on DVD?
I'll get it for you.
Can you do something for me, please? Because I think the study hasn't released it yet, so...
I don't know. Where have they...
I am from Mexico City.
Yeah. I don't know. Huh? Yeah, see, they haven't released it there yet? Yeah. It should be coming soon.
Hi, guys. Ava, I was a really, really big fan of Casino Royale. And I was wondering if you just talk about your experience on that, and if you guys, if you other guys want to be in a Bond movie one day, what would you like to do?
I mean, it was for me. I don't see it as a Bond film. For me, it was kind of a nice love story. You know, the fact that Bond fell in love with a real woman was nice. You know, she was not a cliche in a bikini or something. She had real depth, and also it was a nice experience. You know, the producers were very, very cool. Barbara Broccoli was one of the best producers I've worked with. Very human, very passionate about, you know, her baby. It's Bond, and it seems like a long time ago. I was very young then, I don't know.
You're still young, baby.
I am. So, would you like to be in a Bond film?
Back to that Aussie brawny stuff. No, I don't. I couldn't
Take an English accent.
Yeah,
like that,
no.
don't you?
I'd like the driving bit. I'd like to drive the Astons. But no, I think I preferred the Bourne legacies, stuff like that.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I wish I could talk to you a little bit more with the way I talk because people think I'm from Australia all the time. Can you figure it out? Can you guess where I'm from by what I've said already? Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
Close one. Kentucky.
Sorry about
but I
that.
have all my teeth, and I'm not married to my cousin. My question was, what is it like acting? I understand 300 films that are just crazy CGI. So how is that acting in comparison to not being, you know, so bombarded with all this CGI? How do you work around that?
Sometimes it's more fun because it's, you know, you really are pretending, so you can just make shit up. But you know, it does have its downfalls when you've got 50 blokes behind you and you're all sort of looking there going, are you sure we're looking that way? We're all looking that way? Okay, good. And what are we attacking? Where we're attacking that way? Okay, cool. You know, that kind of gets a bit funny.
Thank you.
Eva, can you tell us anything about Sin City: A Dame to Kill For?
Wow, I mean, it's coming out next year. I'm not sure when. I think next August. I'm playing kind of like an archetype of the femme fatale. It's really cool because there's so many women within her. She's so many facets. She's a real bitch again. It was, I mean, and that was like, it's very green screen. Like when you shoot, like there's no furniture. So it's kind of, you don't, like a car, you would be sitting on a box. So at the beginning it was kind of scary, but I had real actors, so that was the main thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it actually. It's a big challenge and it's a very, very cool role, yeah.
As a fellow Aussie, I just wanted to ask, what were some of your favourite actors or inspirations as you were coming up through the Australian film scene? And also, being from Melbourne, which footy team do you follow? Hopefully the Tigers.
No, mate, Hawks. Hawthorn. Growing up, I mean, you know, obviously, probably Russell Crowe early on in his career, when he did Romper Stomper and stuff like that. And then, you know, who doesn't love Hugh Jackman because he can just do fucking everything. Like he's, you know. But then, I've got to say, I had a huge respect for Heath when we were coming up. Who else? And Kate Blanchett. You know, she's just awesome. There you go. Good bunch.
Hey guys, what drew you, each of you, to the movie? Was it the script? Was it the Frank Miller original work? The opportunity to do historical? What intrigued you guys about this project?
I guess it's my turn. Well, a bit of everything, but in my case, I think the character itself. I could never picture when I saw the graphic novel, the original one, for the first time. I looked at Xerxes and I could never picture myself playing that character, and I auditioned for it, and then they cast me, and then I'm like, wow, this is how I'm gonna pull that off. It's gonna be intense, and I didn't know much about the graphic novel world where I grew up. We have comic books, of course, but graphic novel I think is like another stage, and it was pretty much a storyboard already. The movie was there, so all that, it was a new, completely new, universe for me, and the whole process of working against the green screen, it was really intense. It's really, really different than anything else I've done. A combination of everything. I like the epic, I never done an epic before. History, everything that really happened, and you can go back to history, and even though it's based on a graphic novel, you're telling a story that actually happened back then. So all of that. And the same reason to return after 6 years when they came up, oh, we're gonna do it again. I'm like, wow. Of course, I thought about the training, which is the hardest part. But to revisit a character after so long, I've never done that before. And specifically this kind of character, I thought would be a real good challenge, and it was great. I'm very excited about it.
Hi guys, you actually just answered the question I was gonna ask, but I'll ask, if you were to be transported to the world of the movie, like back in time to Sparta or whatever, do you think you would survive? Would you make a good Spartan warrior?
Well, if I was the God King, maybe. I would be up there in my throne, just pointing left and right. It's a great question. What do you say, Eva?
I think it's all an illusion. I look quite strong in the film, but I would get killed, very quickly.
Hi. Okay, this is loud. Rodrigo, hi. I'm from Brazil, and so I've been a big fan of yours ever since forever. And I was wondering, how does it feel like, because you're such a big star in Brazil and everybody knows you, of course. How does it feel like to start being such a big name outside Brazil and all over the world now?
Well, I appreciate the compliment. All right. I don't look at the size of my name, or I never worked trying to brand my name. I never understood this whole process of being famous or a celebrity. I truly love what I do. I always loved since I was this big. And I really don't think like that. But of course, like right now I'm here, I'm speaking a language that's not my language, doing a movie that we don't get to do those movies in Brazil. That's exciting. I'm working with great talent. Having the opportunity to travel and to expand my point of view of things, and knowing cultures and knowing people, knowing a lot more. That's where I look into. That's very exciting. I never expect or never see that happening. I didn't see that coming. I didn't come to Hollywood to make it at all. It was a consequence of the couple of films that I did in Brazil that crossed over, and slowly I took step by step, and of course I said, wow, if this can be real, why not? But let's take step by step and go slowly, and it's been great so far. Thank you.
Hello. When I was thinking back to 300 Rise of an Empire, how much would you say is a direct sequel, in that it's, obviously some of the characters are returning, but how much are fans going to be rewarded for knowing the details of 300, or is this more like a standalone adventure, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's a totally standalone film. It's obviously all the Spartans died, and a couple made it out. But who is it? It's just you and David Wenham. Oh no, Lena comes back.
Well, David. Yeah,
But this is a totally separate story, set out on the water. So it's going to be a very different kind of battle, but still in the same style as the first one.
Hi, this is for Rodrigo. Sometimes when you see a movie and you see someone take a role, you look at that and you go, I can't imagine anybody else playing that role. And I gotta say, for the original 300, nobody else could have carried that role of Xerxes like you did. I mean, nailed it. It was amazing to me. Truly.
Thank you very much.
Huge fan. You were amazing in that role, and
I
you're
appreciate
gorgeous
it.
now. I couldn't even imagine the difference in appearance. It's amazing, the transformations. Between the last movie and this one, did you feel that you really fleshed out your character more, that it was even more difficult, or did you enjoy it more than you did last time?
It was different. Well, in this one, you're going to get to know a little bit of his backstory, how he became the God King. I can't spoil, but it's pretty interesting. Can't spoil, but maybe there's some influence. It was different because actually in the first one, when I got there and everything was very new and the character itself was this beast that I'm like, wow, what do I do with it? What do I don't do with it? Like what's the what's the bottom of it? What's the essence of this thing? And there's a big, poetic license that, this guy's a giant, he's sort of this entity. It's not exactly human, and everything is, So this time, I had an idea, I'm like, okay, I think I know the character. But the challenge is exactly how do I match what I've played before, but how do I approach, it's been 6 years. I'm a different person. I'm a different man. I'm a different actor. So how can we maybe improve it, but still, be faithful to what is the character? That was the challenge. In another way, I thought the technical aspect would be like, oh, now I got it. No, I didn't. I did not. It was, every day was like, oh, wow. It's very, very draining for me. That's my experience. I'm not only talking about the green screen. I'm talking about playing that character against the green screen. So it was still very, difficult, but it was great. It was really great. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for the compliment. I appreciate it.
Over here. Oh, that's loud. Hi, so I've seen 300, but I'm not that familiar with the graphic novels. But my question is, what do you think it is about this story, about 300, that keeps drawing us back? Why do we keep revisiting it or reimagining it? Why is it still relevant?
Because of the abs. I think. Not really. This battle went on for years and years and years. So, there's and obviously the Spartans were off at Thermopylae, and this is out on the water. There's still more to visit as well. This battle went on for a long time in various different places. So I guess it's just a good story as well. The little Greeks against the big God King.
Yeah, I mean, like this is a completely, in a way, it's a completely fresh story because it's kind of like you have a different angle in the same time period, but there's like, Xerxes was building an empire, so it was all over. So now you get a different angle. So you are going to have a whole new drama, a whole new, story. So that's why it's worth to explore, and that's why we're not calling it a sequence or a prequel, and they're calling it like a companion, which I think is a very cute way to describe. But it's actually what it is. It's a saga. There was a lot going on, and now you're going to have a chance to see a different angle. It's fresh, I promise you.
Rodrigo, hi. How's
Hi.
it going? I just want to say thank you for being a part of Lost. And
Oh, thank you.
I really
Do you remember that? It was so quick, man. They just, spider.
But besides being a part of one of my favorite shows, I just the original director, Zack Snyder, his first film was, I believe, Dawn of the Dead.
That's correct.
It's a great movie, awesome action movie. And then his next movie was, 300, which is awesome. It was just, it kind of seemed like a logical thing to do. It's some awesome kick-ass, whatever, anyway. So the next thing is this new director, I don't even remember how to pronounce his name.
Noam Murro.
Okay. His first movie was Smart People, which is a character-based comedy, and it's a great movie.
Right.
But the difference is in the film, like the directing style, like how does that really relate to an action film?
Well, you got a point, buddy. But I would say it has to do with talent and being eclectic. I listen to jazz, I listen to classic, I listen to all kinds of music. I think, the reason that they chose Noam is because of his talent and his background. And yes, it's a completely different, movie from one to the other. But, I invite you to watch it and you let me know. What do you think? Cool. You'll be all right. Trust me.
Hi, this question is for Eva. I wanted to ask you, in 2009, you were in a movie called Womb with Matt Smith. Yeah. And you played Rebecca, and she's such a complex and fascinating character, and I wondered if you could just comment on how you approached playing her.
Well, I'm happy you saw that. Probably the only person in this place who's seen that. It's such a weird film. I'm kind of in love with the story. It's timeless. It's about love, deep love, and it's so difficult to talk about it because it's going to sound so strange. But it's someone who loses the love of her life when she's in her 20s. And it's kind of a sci-fi thing. She kind of decides to to clone that dead man and to give birth to that man. So she's, it's difficult to, it sounds terrible. Nobody is going to watch it.
Well,
I don't know. But you loved it, so you can talk about it.
Actually, I did, and I recommend that you all rent it or buy it. I bought it on
It's weird.
Blu-ray so that I could watch it, but it's a great movie.
I'm happy you liked it. Thank you. Thank you.
This is a question for all of the panelists. Somebody earlier alluded to playing in a James Bond film, an iconic character. If they were doing a remake of any film, particularly in the action or sci-fi genre, fantasy, is there some character?
Han Solo.
Yeah. Boom.
Han Solo.
And I think that'd be a perfect fit. So no disrespect to any of the original actors, but Rodrigo or Eva, any character that you would think would be really fun to play?
Can I play a role that was played by an American actor? Am I allowed to? I don't know.
I know. I want to play Betty Davis and Baby Jane. That's a mad role.
Okay, I would like to play My Left Foot, one of the first movies by Daniel Day-Lewis. It's one of the actors that I really, admire, and they had a real strong impression on me.
Which character in My Left Foot?
The one.
I'm kidding. There's a guy who comes in for one scene.
That guy.
It's amazing. Got to redo that. Man, you picked a hell of a role. God,
Yep.
That's hard.
I like them.
Well done. Good on you.
Hello, is there anything that's come out recently or something you've seen at Comic-Con that's going to be coming out in the future that you're really excited from a fan's perspective to check out on your own?
Pacific Rim. That looks like a lot of fun. And also Kick-Ass 2. I'll say that. Actually, I take all that back. I want to see our film. I would like to see 300, Rise of an Empire. It's funny because it's true.
Hi, I have a question for Sullivan and Eva, right here. I wanted to ask, because you said this is 300 is its own film, can you guys give us some insight on your characters, your two characters, because both of your characters are brand new to the film.
Yeah. I play Themistokles, who's an Athenian general. Basically, he tries to unite all of the Greek city-states because they're all separate states at that time, and they all went into battle separately, which wasn't the smartest thing to do. So Themistokles tries to unite all of them to go and meet the Persians out on the water before they actually land. He's a very confident, some would say arrogant man, but he's just, he was just focused. He had a plan and he was going to stick to it. And it kind of works. Over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I play the commander of the Persian Navy, his enemy. And their relationship actually is kind of interesting because she kind of grows to respect him. He's a brilliant military commander, and she'll try to bring him over to her side and convince him to fight with her, but things don't go as planned. ...
My question is, for all you guys, is it difficult to play characters that have been written so well originally by Herodotus in his books of histories, and then, of course, by Frank Miller, and then, so I guess you've got two different versions that people have got close to their hearts, but you're in a movie, there has to be sort of some separation from the original book and then the graphic novel, and it's sort of a story steeped in history, but you're trying to create characters of your own. Do you find that it's difficult to break away from characters that have been written so much about?
An Aussie playing a Greek in an American film filmed in Sofia, Bulgaria. Yes.
Well, yes. Melbourne does have a lot of Greeks, so
yes, I know.
Quite a few.
I know. Actually, I lived next door to some Greeks, but I just went off the script, and it was kind of, it was a big studio picture, so we had a lot of changes coming in whilst we were filming. So it's kind of, I didn't go. I read some of the stuff that I could find on Themistokles, but it's a very, it would be kind of hard to put all that into this film. The hardest part, I think, was wearing the denim skirts and the leather underwear.
Very sexy, though.
I love you. Thank you.
Did you use any of the source material from like the Greek, the tragedies? Ava, did you look at any of that?
My character is very, very loosely inspired by the real Artemisia. Because if you read about her, actually she was with Mr. Xerxes. They were lovers. She was, commander of the Persian Navy, but it's another film that we should film. So it is fiction, and I kind of she's kind of a ruthless Joan of Arc, and my main inspiration was the script, and ballsy woman,
Nice.
Fierce with swords, very fierce.
I think that's an interesting point, because in the case of Xerxes, the first one, it brought a lot of controversy because of the Persians. They reacted like that's not history, and the reality is that we were doing a film based on the graphic novel. It did not mean to be, a historical film or a documentary. It's a work of fiction and completely based and very truthful to the work of Frank Miller. So in my case, when I went reading, I was like torn. It's not different. It's just like a poetic license that Frank uses, especially the look and everything. But it was something that I had to pay attention. But like Eva, the script and the graphic novel were, the source that I had to use.
Brilliant. Lovely. So, are there any plans to make a 400? I think that's what's on everybody's mind right now.
I have a question. When you guys were filming it, anything unusual with costumes or weather or anything that you could tell us that happened that we might see on DVD later?
No, you definitely won't see it on DVD. Where's this going? Where's this going to be seen?
It's in living rooms. It's in.
Is it?
It's on the web.
Okay, on the web. That's all right. I'm already on the web, doing all sorts of stuff. So they, you do the 3D aspect of the film. They'd call for balls, and what they were. Yeah, I'm gonna tell this. Was was a sphere. Like a sphere that they would use to basically see where every light is coming from, and they'd roll on that on the cameras at the end of every scene, and then they'd do a plate, and they can chuck in the CGI. I got bored, and as I said, I had a denim skirt on and some leather undies, and so sometimes when they'd call for balls. I would give them balls. Yeah, I just did that. I did that. And our poor director one day was trying to direct me from the ground, and I was up on the boat. And I said to him, sometimes you just don't notice things. No. He's like, I know everything. I know everything. I notice everything. And I said, do you notice my balls?
That's a spoiler right there.
Yeah.
Got a question. Did Frank Miller happen to come by the set at all? Talk to any of you guys? Give you any direction or anything about his ideas for the movie? Anything like that at all?
No, not in this one. No. Not that I see. No. We have a Spartan here. We do have a Spartan here. Look at him. You got the.
Show me those abs, dude.
Yee-hoo!
Fuck me.
Whoa! Look at him.
Jesus. Yeah, you can pull that off. Balls.
I appreciate you not doing the balls thing for everyone.
No.
Not checking for all the light sources in your testicles. Well, all right, with the image of his balls, I feel like that is a good place for us to end this bad boy. Now, we're gonna have like a little awkward photo shoot if you guys stand here, and they're just gonna do some flash photography of the three of you all together to remember, to commemorate this wonderful thing, this wonderful afternoon.
Thanks, guys.
Flash away! This is your chance. Before anybody has seen it, before they have seen it. Not even the trailer, for God's sake. Balls! All right, y'all, put your hands together. Thank you very much, y'all. Fucking that was amazing. You're brilliant. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Right away. Fantastic! Wonderful! Brilliant! All right, yeah, see, that's. You ain't going nowhere! Yeah, now we're gonna talk about Nathan Fillion. I'm gonna tell some stories about. No. I think he does have a panel at some point during this, so you can come and listen to him talk about himself. I mean, you know, that's what you do. So they're gonna stay seated. You're gonna be ushered out row by row. So it'll be nobody get hurt. Orderly. That's what it is. Thank you very much again for coming to Nerd HQ. If you had a great time, tell your friends. And thank you again for supporting Operation Smile. God bless y'all. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.